slide on into our review and tour of Jellystone Mill Run coming up after the intro. We recently completed a 7-night vacation at Jellystone Mill Run and had a fantastic time. There are 3 things that set Mill Run apart from some other Jellystones: the water attractions, the uniqueness of some of the attractions overall, and the store and restaurant. The main water area features 4 full-size water slides, a sizable splash pad, 2 pools, water wars, and a jump pad. Despite the main water zone being very popular, it never felt truly overcrowded, and we were always able to find a seat. There are also 2 long mountain water slides in the lower area of the campground, and a small pool in the lower area as well. In addition to the mountain water slides, some of the other unique attractions include snowless snow tubing, 2 adventure ride vehicles, and a full-on monster truck. The store and restaurant are open long hours in the summer, from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday. These were much longer hours than any other Jellystone we've stayed at. The food at the restaurant was outstanding and a great value. They even serve a breakfast buffet on Sundays. Like many places right now, Mill Run is operating below fully staffed, but we wouldn't have known it except for realizing we were seeing the same staffers all day, every day. In general, things ran very smoothly, and we never really had long waits for anything, despite the campground being totally full on the weekend and very full the weekdays we were there. We found the staff to be friendly and helpful. Because the campground is built on the side of a hill, golf carts are advised and the rentals are gas-powered, so there is a good deal of cart noise out and about, but that didn't tend to bother us. Quiet hours were 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and were respected, at least in our area. Everything below the main water area is very wooded, with mature trees, and we had visits from a skunk and a non-venomous snake at our cabin, outside. Both were harmless. The tree canopy provided a lot of shade and helps keep things cool. The activities were well run and fun, though with being understaffed, we did feel a little bad for the 2 young ladies who seemed to be at every activity for our week-long stay. This was only the second Jellystone we've stayed at without trash pickup, but since we had a golf cart anyway, taking rides to the dumpsters was not a big deal. There are some areas of the original portion of the campground that could use a revamp or a little TLC, but I actually enjoyed the vintage look of some of those areas, so I wouldn't want to see it completely go away. All in all, we give high marks to Mill Run, and I strongly suggest that unless you are local or plan to visit multiple times, to spend at least 4 nights there if coming during the summer. You absolutely cannot enjoy everything it has to offer in a single weekend. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. And check out our cabin and camp store tour videos as well. We're at the main water zone at Jellystone Mill Run. This is the original upper pool. There's another one that we'll get to in a minute. I think this one opens a little bit earlier, and I know it's open a little bit later than the rest of the water zone. I think this is 9 to 9. The rest of it might be 11 to 7, although we heard people out this morning, I think, before that. So we'll just pan around a little bit, and then we'll go for a little bit walk. We'll go for a walk through here. This is the splash pad area at the main water zone at Mill Run. There's the pool we were just at. Restaurant up top there. There are now 4 water slides up here. There were 2, the red and yellow ones that dump out into just sort of those little ends, self-contained. Those red and yellow ones there were the old ones. And then a couple years ago, they added the green and the orange that come out into a brand new pool, and we'll walk up there as well. And this is the newer pool at Mill Run, opened a couple years ago. The green and orange slides you can see emptying out into this pool, some basketball hoops in the middle, and some water features to the right. These are their new, larger cabanas. So we're here in one of the new this season large cabanas at Jellystone Mill Run. These run $100 a day. The small ones that are just sort of a shade for a couple of chairs are $25. These 3 are located at the newer pool that's at the bottom of the green and orange slides. Anyway, here's the cabana. There are 2 small red chairs, a little red love seat, so seating for 4, a small table, and a refrigerator. As you can see, you can close side walls, back walls, and the front actually can close too if you want that level of privacy. As you can see, we've brought Emily's pack and play. All we had to do was scoot the table in front of the love seat over a little bit just to make some room. And now once she's kind of done in the water and maybe wants to take a nap, we can put her in here. She's not one for taking great naps otherwise, unless she's sleeping on you. She likes to be laying down, so the stroller wasn't going to cut it. So that was just a nice tip for anybody with little ones. You can just bring a pack and play in here if you want to ride a cabana out for the full day. I don't think there are any built-in electrical outlets here. The fridge obviously has electricity, but it looks like it's running, out to the sidewall. You might be able to maybe get back there and find an open outlet, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's certainly not intended to be that way. So you get the fridge, but really no other electric, and then the seating, table, and again, enough space that you can put up a pack and play in here. And here's the Tiki Hut, where they sell a few snacks and some water supplies. It's also where you get your balloons for Water Wars. Here's the jump pad at Mill Run and Water Wars. We'll zoom in a little bit on that. That's just sort of you're slinging water balloons at each other. Those have to be purchased separately down at the Tiki Hut. Restaurant store in that building. This is sort of we're on the back side, and you can see there's some outdoor seating that overlooks the pool. Here's the upper arcade at Jellystone Mill Run. Some of the games. It's actually pretty old school, no cards. It's all some take dollar bills. They all take quarters. Games are 25 cents, 50 cents, $1. Thankfully, I had a whole bunch of quarters. Abby just got the 5,000 on skee ball. Go around the other side. And there's also a lower arcade that has Zoltar. Ticket redemption there for any prizes you win. Here's the upper playground here at Mill Run, the largest of the three. You'll see right beyond that Gaga pit, big game going on in the one pit. It's one, two, three Gaga ball pits, I think. Oh, no, wait, hold on. That top one I think might be sandbox. 2 Gaga pits and a sandbox. This is an early morning look at the largest playground here at Jellystone Mill Run at the top of the campground. There are 2 smaller ones as well, one towards the middle of the park, sort of some old school equipment near where we're staying, and then one at the bottom, another small playground. But this is the place that really gets hopping because, for one, they've got the 2 Gaga ball pits here and a sand pit actually above the second Gaga pit. And then this Cindy Bear Pavilion here, which is where they have candy bar bingo and where they have dance parties and a few other events. So when those things end, kids will hang out here. I mean, it's a busy playground anyway, but after those events end or right before they start, or kids who don't want to do them, they're all playing on the playground, so it gets super busy. Off in the distance, and we've got some video we can put in this video as well of it in action, but you can see sort of that line sloping down the hill, and that is the snowless snow tubing, where you go down on a mesh-bottomed inner tube down the hill on a track. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm not doing that myself. My daughter, my nephew, and my wife all tried it. They had a good time. At the very top of the hill, you can see the Yogi statue, as well as the dog park, which there is another way to get to that dog park. There's actually a drivable path up there, so you don't have to walk your dogs all the way up that hill necessarily. So there are some RV sites here. We'll zoom back out a little bit. So if you want to be right near a playground, it can get real busy up here, but at the same time, if you have kids in that just beginning to find independence age, it's great to stay right next to a playground. We've done that at a couple places, and it's nice to be able to have the kids just go out and play, especially during those down times or when meals are being prepared, things like that. So this is the main this is the very top, really, of this campground. The very top of that hill, the dog park being the very, very top. But it's the entire campground's built on the side of the hill, so everything is kind of on a slope for the most part. So one thing there's a lot of here at Jellystone Mill Run are rides, like physically riding on things to go places. There is a train type vehicle that runs, a fire truck, a neat little sort of tow behind called the Picnic Basket Express that's yogi themed, and then obviously your typical wagon rides. But then they do have 3 vehicles that are pay to ride, partially because it's limited seating, as well as the fact that they go off-road. They don't go through the main part of the campground. They are really adventure rides. The one in front of us is a 4x4. The one right here is a 6x6 military truck, and then there's a large monster truck here as well. These two are $9 per person to ride. Tickets at the ranger station, and then the monster truck is $15. We're down here near the lower end of the campground. I think this is part of the original area down low. Oh, Abby's saying hi. Hi, Abby. This is one of the little rides they have through the park. This is the train ride. And there's the old Wild West type theme building down there. And these were the original water slides from this campground, back before it was even a Jellystone. These are the mountain water slides, which are really cool. You can see they're pretty long. Obviously, they're not on right now. We're shooting this piece here in the morning. But those things are huge. We're looking forward to that. I know you have to carry a mat up there. You have to ride a mat down, so
where?
That'll be neat. This is the pony cart ride. They have a little miniature carousel as well, but this I think is restricted to 44 inches and under. You got to be pretty small to ride on that. So in there is the ice cream saloon. Up top of the campground there's a store and a restaurant, and you can get ice cream there as well, but you could come down here and get it. So we're down here at the ice cream saloon at Mill Run with the old-timey music playing, and they got some mannequins playing the piano and tending the bar. Candy in the case. They got fudge and ice cream, fresh nuts like up top. So this is actually a much bigger area than I realized. I didn't realize there were all these tables in here. So again, just another example, multiple places in this campground to go that you might miss if you're just here for the weekend. Oh, that's the carousel down. Yeah, I'm not going to walk down there, but we'll see if we can zoom in. Yep, it's a little carousel ride they have.
Yogi's game room.
Oh, so that must be one of the arcades. This is the lower arcade at the bottom of the campground. Actually, it looks larger than the arcade at the top. More traditional arcade games too, I would say. Well, they still got the claw stuff and everything over here. The vending machine as well. And of course, the highlight of the Mill Run arcades, for those familiar with the movie Big, Zoltar, the fortune teller, candy game, and then on the back here, this is a full-on arcade. You got two air hockey tables, Guitar Hero, one of those classic hockey games, and two pool tables even. So it's the first time I've been here, so our next to last day here. I imagined this was going to be a small area, but this is actually much larger than the upper arcade. Oh, and foosball here too. This is the laundry room at Jellystone Mill Run. They have an ATM and a change machine down here because it is coin operated. They got some local brochures, got the laundry bags and soap bleach softeners. It lists as 8 a.m., but we were able to come in. Wow, plenty of laundry facilities. Dryers on the side, 25 cents for 6 minutes, and then the washers are $2.25. This is like a full laundromat. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 washers and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 dryers. Now, it is a large campground, and there are seasonals here, so the laundry does probably get used more so than some other places, but still, there's chairs to sit like this. So we're here at the mini golf, which is next to the mountain water slides. Hillbilly Golf, I think it's called. They got the putters hanging here. Now the golf balls, fairly smart way to do this so that they don't lose their golf balls. It's $1 coin op, and then if you bring it back to the store, you get your $1 back. And there's the course. It is built on the side of the hill. We'll make sure that we play this. Maybe we'll get some footage of that and pop that in as well. So we are here down towards the bottom of the campground, and this is the lower pool, again, with the original portion of the campground. And from what I hear, and again, we're filming this the first morning that we're here. We got in yesterday. From what I hear, This is kind of where you can go if you don't want to face the crowds of the water park up top. Though I don't think, I mean, I saw it was busy yesterday up top, but it didn't seem like it was overcrowded. But this is sort of a more quiet area. Small pool there, and they have a little splash pad here. Again, not running right now because it is the morning. And then beyond that pool, you can see a small playground. There's 3 playgrounds here. There's a small old-fashioned one kind of in the woods near where we are, where our cabin is, this one, and then a bigger one at the top of the campground. You can see the outdoor theater. You can see the back side of the screen there where it says Jellystone Park. And then the benches there for viewing the movies. I know we drove through last night. They were setting one of them. This is the laser tag and paintball course here at Mill Run. Zach is playing now. He's way in the back there somewhere. It goes well back into the woods. I'll zoom a little bit for you. You can see some of the obstacles there, but they are well into the trees, I believe. It was $8 for him to play. 30-minute game, so it's pretty good. $8 for 30 minutes. That's not bad. And it's just sort of, you don't have to sign up for a time. You just show up and hope you have a group large enough to play. There's just 4 playing right now, so there's probably a lot of running around in the woods and then randomly shooting, which would be similar to the experience we had at Luray when it was mostly just us playing. But yeah, nice wooded course. And again, $8, no reservations. I know tonight it's from 5 to 8, so you just show up and wait for the next game to start and pay, and you can play. So over here by the laser tag down this hill is a group of rustic tent sites. And I don't know if the video does this justice, but that is a very steep drive. I think I glanced at the map and it's the 610 site range, 610, 611, 612. So if you're looking, just be aware, if you're looking to stay down there, and it's a one-way road that loops down and comes back out elsewhere. So just be prepared for that drive down that hill. But if you're staying on a rustic site, you're probably already hardier than I am anyway. These are the family lodges at Jellystone Mill Run. This is the big sort of group lodging. There's one right here and one right next to it. And what these are 2 double loft cabins on either side. So that's a bedroom on each end, kitchen or living space in the middle, loft on each end, and a bathroom on each end. And then there's a whole entire screened-in area that connects the 2 units. So really interesting group accommodations. Maybe a nice thing to do with 2 families who are camping together.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Hi! Santa's a jellyhead!
That's official!
That's official!